Hello, in this video let's talk briefly about systems of linear equations. Now the word system means more than one, so more than one. So what we have is we have multiple equations and we're looking for the solution to that system, and the solution is the place where the two lines or the curves cross. So that's a place that is true for everything in your system, and that's a place we're looking for. So we're looking for the point where the two lines intersect, and there could be only three possibilities. Let's look at these possibilities and the words that go with them. So first possibility is we could have lines that cross. They cross at no particular angle, so something like this. This is my coordinate axis. Let's say here is line 1 and it goes like this, and line 2 perhaps goes like this. So they intersected at some angle. It's not 90 degrees, it's some different angle, and we are looking for this position. This point is our solution. So we're looking for this location. It's going to be the x and y coordinate of this point. That's the answer. Now, a different possibility we could have is we could have lines that do not cross. So here is choice 2, is lines don't cross. And that of course happens if the lines are parallel. So quick sketch for the parallel lines. Here is a grid, and let's make two lines running about side by side. So we're looking for a place where they intersected. That of course never happened, so there would be no solution, and that is no solution. Whereas here we have one solution. That one is the place where they intersected. And the third possibility we could have is we could actually have the same line given to us twice. So the lines could coincide, or we could say same line twice. Well, on the picture, of course, we're going to see only one line. So here is the diagram. Let's say the first one went like this, and the second one would retrace every single point that is on the first would also be on the second. Now, we are looking for the place where the two lines crossed, and every single point that is on the first is also on the second, which means we actually have infinitely many solutions. So just saying that there is a whole lot of solutions is not quite good enough, so we have to write the answer in general form. And that basically means using variables. So whereas in the first situation here, we actually have numbers where the two lines cross. So this maybe on the grid looks like maybe 1, and this may be looking like 2 or maybe 3, right? So this location perhaps is 1, 3. That's the actual physical location with the physical positions for the x and y. Whereas in case number 2, there is simply nothing to list because the lines never intersected. On choice 3, there is too many points. There is infinitely many points. We can't possibly list every single point that is on both of these lines. That's forever many points, which takes infinite amount of time, and that's way too much time. So we don't do that. Instead, we use formula. So we may say that it's the equation something for x and the y is given by some expression of x, maybe 2x plus 3 would be the general form for this equation. But we will get to it in a different video. So for the terminology, a few more things to mention is sometimes if we're doing the question in like my math lab or Alex or some other technology piece, we would be asked to classify each one of these cases and give it a name. So the proper names that go with these cases are as follows. If the lines cross, if there is a solution, that system is called consistent. So this is consistent. The first case is consistent. Second also is consistent because it has solution, it has many solutions. Whereas the place where they don't cross, the situation where the lines don't cross, is called inconsistent. So no solution is inconsistent. The other two are called consistent. But to tell them apart, we have to give them a second name. So the second name is, if it's two separate lines, then the two lines are independent of each other. They're two completely different objects. And so what happens to this point has no relation to this point. They're two different things. So these are called consistent and independent. Whereas on choice number 3, every single point on the first is automatically on the second. The two lines depend on each other, so we call them consistent and dependent. So these are the terms that we use to name when we discuss the solutions of a system of linear equations. And in the next video, let's get started and look for and find us a few methods that we can actually use to find the place where the lines cross. And that's it for this video. Thanks a lot. Take care.